Good morning. There is so much talk about why. What is your why? Finding your why. I've got a book right behind me called Find Your Why by Simon Sinek. This is a really popular idea. What's the deal with this? Is this something that's simply a catchphrase or a buzzword, or does this have some merit? I'm going to argue that it has all the merit. If you don't understand what emotionally motivates you to do things or not do things, you're not going to be able to have control over what you do on any level. You're not going to be able to motivate yourself to do the things you want to do. I'll give you a really quick example. In business, a lot of people struggle. In business, if you're in business long enough, you are going to have some kind of struggles. Even if it's not specifically in business, you're going to have struggles with family life or friends or personal life on some level at some point in time. If I work with a client for 6 months, I can guarantee you that there's going to be something that happens in life or in business that is distressing on some level. So what do we do when we hit a hurdle in business or in life? Most people have this fight or flight response. We give up, we have a really hard time with it. Often it throws us off track for a long time. The people who consistently get over hurdles are consistently the people who have an inner drive, a drive that pushes them even when things are difficult. So here's the question. Would you prefer to be ready for those times so that when you hit them, you jump over the hurdle and you move on? Or would you rather wait until you're in crisis mode and then deal with it? It's a bit of a trick question, but legitimately, most people wait. Most people wait until they're in crisis. Here's my recommendation. Don't wait until you're in crisis. Right now, focus on what motivates you. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to start procrastinating far less. You're going to start getting more done. And when tough times hit, as they inevitably will, we are humans, and tough times are going to hit. If you're above 3 years old, tough times are going to hit on some level. So legitimately, if you're human and tough times are going to hit, prepare yourself. And when you understand why you're doing something, when you've got that internal motivation rather than the external, rather than, oh, I want to make more money, or I want something better for myself, and it's vague. When you've got a strong internal motivation, somebody's going to say something nice about it. When it's internal, that's going to be so powerful for you, because when those times hit, you're able to jump over those hurdles far faster. You're going to be able to do what you need to get through it. And that's all I've got to say for you this morning. I haven't talked about why for a little while, so I thought it would be a good time to mention it again here. This is what I want you to do. And there are 3 basic ways you can discover your why. You can read a lot of books and try to figure it out on your own, and that's the way I did. Here's the problem. While at the time I didn't have a lot of money, so I was trying to figure this out on my own, at the time, it took me so long. It took me months to figure this out. Months to figure this out. And I was actually working at it. I was reading and trying to work at it. Most people do not get this from books. Most people that I run into, I'll give them a lot of exercises and help to, and then they still need my help to work with them. So that's okay if you need the help, okay? But there's an advantage and disadvantage to that. You can find somebody around you that might understand how to ask really good questions and get this. Prepare them. Again, this is a great book, the Find Your Why book by Simon Sinek. Get the book. Have somebody else read the book. They can now help you a little bit. They've got to be a very self-aware, very great question asker to do this. Or the third way to do this is to hire somebody to do it. When you hire somebody to do it, if they know what they're doing, they're going to be able to do it very quickly. So you find out what it is and you move on. Now, no matter how good they are, still, I've had clients that maybe it's a couple of times that I meet with them before they really get it and it really starts to sink in. You need to practice motivation. Motivation is not something that we're born with. It's something that we need to practice. And so re-engaging with your why, re-engaging with what motivates you and what pushes you forward is something that is very healthy, very helpful for people. I want you to think about this, think about what your needs are. If you understand what your why is, then start re-engaging with it. If you don't know what it is, either reach out to somebody that you need to, or buy a book, figure it out for yourself. Work at it, but do not neglect to really understand this stuff. If you don't understand what motivates you, you're going to struggle with procrastination, you're going to struggle with motivation at one time or another. And when those hurdles come, they're far more difficult to get through. Enjoy the process. Have a fantastic day. I hope you make this a really, really good day for yourself.